You wanted it, and it's here. Everybody was asking when the first Winnie the Pooh horror movie came out, where is Tigger at? Everybody loves Tigger the Tiger. By far a fan favorite in the Winnie the Pooh community, so when he wasn't horrified in the Winnie the Pooh movie, people were like, would he ever show up? Are they ever going to do it? And now here in the sequel, we have our first look at Tigger in Winnie the Pooh Blood and Honey 2. Here they gave us the redesigned look of Winnie the Pooh himself. This time they can actually afford prosthetics onto their actors instead of just putting on a random yellow mask and then having it CGI'd later. This Winnie the Pooh has bear claws, and they're adding more characters than just Tigger, okay? We were also given our first look to Piglet, who survived the events of the first movie. You might have remembered, yes, he died, but it was just a sledgehammer to the head. Anybody could have survived that. He's just got a couple of stitches on him, my boy. So Piglet is coming back, redesigned, and our first look here of the owl that I gotta say, not looking too shabby. I'm hoping the owl speaks and has some meaningful wisdom words for our little Winnie the Pooh. The movie's even going to show us a young Winnie the Pooh and what he was like in his days when he first met Christopher Robin. Again, actual prosthetic work on here, no masks. They are going the distance here, and to go all out with this movie, they have revealed today the first look at Tigger. So let's take a look at this boy. It was revealed exclusively on IGN. They got the scoop, and here's the face of Tigger. You have him in Winnie the Pooh. Looking at it here, guys, I was looking at it and I was going, man, I wish they added more orange to it. I remember Tigger being very orangey. Why didn't they do that? And then I got to thinking and remembering the whole reason they're able to make this horror movie and ruin your childhood is because Winnie the Pooh and a lot of the characters are public domain. It's been over 95 years, meaning anybody can make a Winnie the Pooh movie. You and me can make one. But at the time of making the first Winnie the Pooh movie, Tigger and a lot of other friends in the Winnie the Pooh lineup had not gone to public domain because they showed up in later books. But now the time has passed and Tigger has entered the public domain, and they can only stick to what has happened in the original books. They can't copy what other people have done. So we all know the orange Tigger that Disney has brought to us here, which sad quote I found here online. The most wonderful thing about Tiggers is I'm the only one. Not anymore, my friend. Not anymore. R.I.P. Tigger. Oh, but anyways, Disney made him orange, gave him the stripes, and the iconic bouncing on his tail. You know, that's what we know about this version of the character. He loves bouncing on his tail, so we were like, that's what they'll probably do, right? The original Tigger that they can base it off of was actually more yellow in color and did not bounce on his tail. He was described to be a bouncing tiger. Reading here, a Tigger who bounced, if he bounced at all, in just a beautiful way, a Tigger out to bounce. So he was known for bouncing up and down, but it looks like it wasn't on his tail, but just his four legs and more like hopping. And that's the original source material, so that's what they have to copy. Now that explains to me why we just got some stripes going on, why he's a little bit more shaded yellow as opposed to orange like I would have thought they would have gone, but they can't do that. Disney owns the orange version of Tigger, so now we have the bloodthirsty one they have to base the source material off of. And okay, let's look at the more grander image we have of him. Wow, looking at him, it looks like he's been put in some sort of straitjacket, like he just got out of an asylum, almost like a prisoner who escaped. And boy's looking crazy. Looks like he just demolished a herd of chickens or something. There's feathers everywhere, man. Along with this reveal, IGN also gave us some details about this version of the character. So let me go ahead and read that for you guys. They're saying here, Tigger is incredibly violent. He loves to torture his victims before killing them. That's what we're going to get. That's what we got from this version of him. Now, a reminder of what they're doing with their sequel. They're saying a substantially higher budget to Rise the Director is really able to create a shocking, explosive, and gore-filled movie. I truly think people will really dig what we're creating here. Look, if you watch my original review of the first Blood and Honey, you'll know wasn't that big of a fan. I was open to the idea. I wouldn't mind seeing Winnie the Pooh be a slasher and gut up some bodies, but it was low budget. It needed some work. Had decent cinematography and one or two cool kills. But now that they've amped up the budget, they're going crazy. And this is a character, like I said, Everybody wanted to see them pop up in the last movie. They were like, where's he at? When is he going to show up? Here he is. And there still might be more new characters, because while Winnie the Pooh and Piglet are coming back, and then we saw Owl from that other first look that we got here, the Owl, curious how he's going to turn out. There's still so many other characters in the Winnie the Pooh world, you know. Eeyore apparently is dead, you know. He got eaten off. That was like the opening of the first Winnie the Pooh movie. Poor Eeyore. Maybe he can come back as a zombie, right? But people started to ask on Twitter, the official Winnie the Pooh account. They were like, I thought it was going to be Rabbit, so I'm guess Rabbit is dead. And they responded with, don't assume anything. Big plans for Rabbit. And man, when they talk about big plans, they mean it. They're planning a whole cinematic universe of these killer fairy tale creatures. Because don't forget, let me pull this up here. They have a Peter Pan horror movie in the works. Let me pull that up. And it's connected to this universe, okay? Yeah, it's called Peter Pan Neverland Nightmare. And this is by the same creative team who are doing the Winnie the Pooh Blood and Honey movie. Same director here, it looks like. And it's going to be a shared cinematic universe. And then we also have the Bambi horror movie that is part of this universe. Bambi horror movie? What's this? Bambi the Reckoning is what it's going to be called. And this one is part of the Winnie the Pooh universe. They might do a crossover thing. And look, I hate that I'm like, you know what? I kind of want to see this. This is actually looking a little intriguing. I know it's not a masterpiece. I know we're not supposed to be excited for this kind of stuff, you know, but if someone's going to make it, someone's got to watch it, right? And that's going to be me right here. So, again, I'm not expecting grand things, but how are you not excited to see what's going to become of Tigger? I didn't even wonder, where's his tail at? Is he going to have a tail, or are they going to explain that it was cut off? I don't see it in here. The original version had a tail, so I would assume they'd give him one in here. But yeah, this is what we got going on in this universe and what we can expect to see. We'll have to wait on a first trailer to see if the movie still looks pretty low budget or they've turned things around. The only other thing that we know about this movie is that they're finally going to be leaving the 100-acre wood. So the last movie took place, you know, like a bunch of girls were just vacationing at a cabin and it was near where Winnie the Pooh and his friends were at, so they attacked them. I was like, if you're going to do a Winnie the Pooh story, why not just make it about the actual story and lore you have to mess with? Even if it's just Winnie the Pooh, why make it about a bunch of random nobody girls? You could make a movie about that with anyone. But now they seem to be on the right path. They got Christopher Robin back as the main character. They're leaving the 100-acre woods and going out to explore the world. Let's see how it goes. Oh, I throw it off to you guys. You see the first look here of Tigger. Are you excited? Are you not? Are you thinking it is cool or not? Let me know. I'm curious.